All right, hi, this is Anakin, and welcome to Railway Empire 2, Scenario 14. This is part 1, and this is a restart. We've got several videos out there right now playing this scenario. This is a great scenario. It's difficult, and it's difficult, but it's not that bad if you do it right. And I think what happened was I've been away from the game for a while, and I've really forgotten a lot of the business lessons that we've all learned together playing through Railway Empire 2. Well, they've come back to me. By golly, we're going to do this right. I wasn't enjoying pushing a rope up a hill. That's not a fun thing. Let's go up on top of the hill and drag the rope up behind us. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do this a much, much, much better way. Okay. We're going to still use the engineer, because, and I'm not going to go through all of them again, but basically he's the man on this one because of the discounts for tracks, tunnels, and bridges. And we could, the other one, given how I'm going to do it, the entrepreneur would be just fine too, but that slow maintenance is going to hurt us when we get into the heavy city growth phase. It's going to be heavy city growth all the way through, by the way. But there's at the end, there's a tremendous amount of city growth for one city in Copenhagen, and we don't want slow maintenance. Okay, so again, very difficult, 1.6. We got a fair amount of money to start with. We're going to have to buy our way into regions. We have no competitors. Let's go.
What pretty face do we have here? You must be the railroad person I asked for. Now, I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse. You work for me, and we'll get rich together. Deal? The other day, I had a brilliant business idea that I want you to try out for me. Have you ever been to Copenhagen? It's a pretty nice little town. Copenhagen is already very lucrative for my particular line of work. And the bigger the city gets, the more money I can rake in. So go ahead. Get to work.
Okay, so while I was talking, I flipped through the engines real quickly so we won't have to see the message up there, the little marker, and set our personnel up to 125% efficiency. Let's take a quick look at the task in case this is the first time you've watched this scenario or played it or whatever. We have to get some goods into Copenhagen. We have to deliver liquor to Copenhagen, construct a university in Copenhagen. So obviously grow Copenhagen. Then we have to produce, notice not deliver, but produce confectionery, deliver tools to Copenhagen, and grow Copenhagen and Næstved, because they make up this region, the Zealand and Funen region. So we have to build that up. Then we have to own a bunch of industries, have 6 cities, 120,000. One of them will be Copenhagen. We need 5 more cities to grow to 120,000 to get that done. And then this big one is city growth in Copenhagen of 500,000. At the same time, our optional task, we have to have 25 goods available in Copenhagen at the same time. So Copenhagen has to have a demand for 25 or more goods. It'll actually have about 31, I think, by the end of the day, or whatever. It'll have a bunch of goods at once. We have to make sure there's 25 of them there simultaneously, which means we have to be providing a lot of different things to Copenhagen, which we want to do anyway to grow it. And they have to be coming in there. We have to be keeping up with our production and our logistics and delivery so that we're doing a good job doing that. I am not going to worry about this one. I'm just going to play, and we're going to put all kinds of good stuff into Copenhagen and have this one happen as it happens. And then 8 cars to Copenhagen. Again, gasoline and cars are 2 more things that when Copenhagen gets big enough, it will demand, and we're going to make sure we supply them. So that's the task list. Now, last time I made a big plan, and I liked it. It was very nice. And I told a couple of you, nobody likes a plan more than the author. I love the plan, but turns out it was just a mediocre plan. By the way, I did keep playing for a while on the one that we started, and it was fine. We would have finished. We would have hit all the tasks. I was pretty confident we would hit them all. At the point I stopped, we were in great shape to hit them all. However, it sucked. It sucked. I'm embarrassed. So let's get this straight. So we just bought access into, there's a bunch of bonuses out here. We bought the accesses that will let us get the bonuses. and a couple more regions here. Because we're going to have a 3-city cluster, cloth, beer, meat. And we are going to get our research. We're wanting things that are going to make us process faster, like that. Reduce maintenance, like that is beautiful. Anything that would make our immigration offices better, we certainly want, and we actually do want revenue from mail and passengers. Maintenance time reduced, that's beautiful. Immigration office, that's beautiful. Revenue, we're missing a lot of good ones here. Reliability we want. Recruiting we don't care so much about, but it would be mine. That would be nice. Geez. We got a little bit of a bad draw here. We're missing a lot of good research. Residual value process. Yeah, we're missing a lot of good research, he said. Construct. Yeah, my word. Oh, this sucks. That's all right. We'll deal with it. We could just work our way right across here. Construction costs of all buildings. That's going to save us money right up front. Let's go for it. Okay. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're still going to have 3 stations in Copenhagen, but they're going to be different. They're going to be more the traditional, kind of the way I think we evolved into the way we like to play. So we're going to put a station like so. This will be our central station, like this, I think. And we're going to name it. COP passenger. And then we're going to go down here to Næstved and have a matching station for that. Maybe, where? I think maybe over here. And this will be Næstved passenger. And then we're going to set up a line. Between them. Now, I've experimented a little bit with having dedicated passenger trains and dedicated mail trains. And I like it in theory down the road. But I don't like it early, so we're not going to do that right away. We may switch to it, we may not. I think we're going to have such big cities with so much money. I'm feeling good about this, and it's probably completely unjustified. But here's what we're going to do: we're going to have kind of your classic little restaurant and post office in Copenhagen. We don't want a lot of maintenance in Copenhagen. Well, I don't want any actually. And we will do maintenance out here, and we will do just the post office, because at the end of the day, the mail volume outstrips the passenger volume. All right, then we're going to go and set up an express line. Have our 2 special cars. We'll run the Pacific. It takes 5 days. That's beautiful. One train will probably do for now. We may bump it up when the volumes grow. All right, now we want to have, well, interesting. Let's put in our next station in Copenhagen. This is going to be I'm going to call it Copenhagen Freight. I'm going to call it north, even though it's really kind of west, but I'm going to call it north, and maybe that'll make sense to you in a minute. Now, the next thing we're going to do, we're not having warehouses. We're going to run this with direct dedicated lines making our deliveries. And actually, I'm going to build this track first. so we'll know where we're joining. We're going to build a track like this. Down here, we're going to put a freight station in Nestved over here. And again, for this one, I'm going to call this one NAE North. Okay. And that's no good. That's better. Okay. All right. So these are going to be our freight stations here. We won't need anything in that one. Maybe dispatch, and here we at later, and we'll put up repairs down this end, and we'll run one line, one train of freight. Okay, between the cities. Then we're going to go out here to our grain, and we're going to have, as I said, dedicated track, and we're just going to kind of join in like that. That'll do. Joining into the freight line, and we're going to have 3 platforms. Now, how do I want to do this? I really do want to be able to add trains as we go along. So I think what I want to do is run like a 3. Let's see if this works. If we had a 3. Yeah, I think that works. Let's go. Let's go get our 3rd city of our cluster. Put in our freight line first. Alright, that looks pretty good. Have a freight line running between Homestead and Copenhagen, and another freight line between Well, it was turned the other way. Between Nesfed and Homestead. Okay, so now this 3-city cluster can share manufactured goods. And we'll rename this one, if I can find it. Okay. And now we can set up trains to go here to here on track 1. And I want them to use that on the return. Run full. And must be missing signals somewhere right here. There we go. Okay. And then I want one to run to, forgot to let this track go the other way. That's not going to work. Okay. Want one running here out of track 2, running full, and when it comes back, I want it to hit over here. So that will be its shut line. And early this won't matter, but later it will. And what I'm doing is running run full trains, so they're not going in and out of there all the time, creating a lot of traffic. When they come in, they mean it for each of the cities, but I'm running direct lines from all of the raw materials into the cities directly, so we're not messing with warehouses, and so it'll be easy to troubleshoot where we have issues, where we have delays, that kind of thing. And here to here, run full out of track 3. And when you come back, I want you to hit that spot up there. Okay, so there's grain. Now let's go get wood. And we're going to go after wood a slightly different way than we did before. Come off of this. It would actually be the right hand side, like that. I don't like that 13 degrees there. I don't quite get that. There we go. That's better. I'll see how I did this one. Oh yeah, 3. Okay. Now we'll go after wood. We'll do track 1 running full. Going to Copenhagen. When you come back, I want you to hit that point right there. And then out of track 2, running full. When you come back, you hit that point right there. And out of track 3, running full. When you come back, you'll automatically hit that, but we're going to tell it to be sure. And go like that. Now we've got grain coming in, we've got wood coming in. We've got a bonus down here we can grab. Let's see. That looks pretty good. All right, let's go get some more money. Let's see, what was our company value? It was 3.5. We could probably let it run for a minute. You know what? We could let it run for just a minute. Let's do that. Let's let it run for a minute. Pick up a couple of these bonuses, and then we'll get our bond, get a bigger bond. Okay. That'll give us another bonus. Let's see. It's pretty early for me to put in maintenance, but I don't want to mess this up, honestly. We'll try not to mess it up anyway. Okay, got another bonus. Got this bonus coming in. We picked up that one. Let's pick up this one and then we'll go get bonds and get some other stuff going on here. Okay, let's see if we can't build this track. We need to connect down here to Hamburg to pick up a bonus. That's pretty doggone good for $3.75. That links us into the passenger station at Nesford. Alright, let's go get some money. Oh, wait a minute. What's our company value? Now it's 4.8. So the biggest one we could take underneath 4.8 at 10% would be 10% of 4.8 would be this one. And that allows us to take one more big one on top of that. Okay. And so we'll build that track. Our switches and our signals. And then look at, this one is going to end up being repairs. It already is. Repairs and post office. So down here we can have a restaurant and a post office. And run a train, passenger train up here. With the cars. 15 days. Run some trains. Okay, we'll get some trains going on that. And then we've got one more bonus down here to grab, the sugar. And the sugar, I think the sugar, we're going to grab the bonus, and then we're not necessarily going to use it up here, because I think we're going to use, well, we're going to use this sugar for this 3-city cluster. Okay, where was I? Took a little break. All right, here we go. Speed doesn't matter that much. It's a freight train. Let's see. I think we'll do just a single platform here. And run it into Hamburg. That'll get these two bonuses taken care of. Now let's go down here to Halmstad. And set up Halmstad passenger. We'll want repairs on this end. And then here we're going to want a post office. then we're going to want passenger line from here. Passenger line from here to here. Express. 13 days, couple of trains. Clearly we're missing switches right here. There we go. All right, there we go. Now let's go get some more. We've got timber and grain coming in. Let's get our sugar, and with the potential to have vegetables as well. Now we can, whoops. Not quite ready for that. We need to have our third freight station. We'll call it south. I like running over here because that way we can get these cheaper bridges, because we're just adding on to the bridges that already exist. Saves us a lot of money on the bridges here. And let's get our Homestead freight south, which is really northeast. And I think I'm going to take this and move it up here close to the bridge. There we go. And now we should be able to come into this and come into our freight track and pick up the supply tower as well. out of track 1, run full, and use that shunt line. Oops, oops, oops. Oh. We're missing a little more build out here. Now, technically, we could do without this freight station and just run that freight into this passenger station. That would be just fine, but we're not going to do that. It might be fine, but it doesn't suit me. So we're going to go like this. And like that. Okay, and okay, now I think we've just done the one train, right? Yeah. So let's have one running full out of track 2, going to Nestved, and when you come back, we want you to use that shunt line. Okay, and one more, going to here, which forgot some track. We need to be able to get over there the other direction. Out of track 3, running full, and we want you to use that shunt line. All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we got them all growing. Now, our next big thing, we're going to need is corn and then milk. And we need to watch out for opportunities to place immigration offices. So let's look at the money. 7 million company value. We would have to close this bond to get a bigger one. So we'll just accumulate some cash here for a minute. Okay, 1.5, 1.25 of that was bonus, so not awesome, but not awful. And research. I think we're just going to work our way out through here. Let me double check. Yeah, I think we're caught up. Tunnels, don't really care. We may be able to dig a tunnel someday, but we don't do a lot of them. Residual value is nice, but that's not the thing. Processing speed for 200 would be very good. Let's go for that next. Go buy that corn. That's where we're trying to go, right out there. It'll be expensive to get the bridge in, but that's where we're going for our corn. We got 28,000 a week. Very nice. 26,000 that way. 19,000 a week from Hamburg. Okay, we got our 2 stars, so we can go with processing speed. Next one we want will be recruiting. No, we'll go here at 100 reliability. Eight, that's a lot of money. Let's just see if it wouldn't be worthwhile. Yeah, I think we're going to close that bond and then work on corn. Okay. So our company value is 8.2. We still need to close that particular bond. Okay. Okay, let's build our track. Double track it. And I think we'll set up our shunt lines back here. No, that won't work. Will it? Will it work? No, that will not work. Huh. We won't do shunt lines just yet. We'll come back to this. So we'll say out of track 1, running full. Out of track 2. Running full. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, and track 3. What? Okay, I'm going to have to check one of these. I think it's probably Nestle. That's track 2, that's right. What about our first one? Copenhagen. It's track 1. I don't know why we got that showing activity in track 2. That didn't make any sense. Okay, we want reliability. Let's see. What would be next? Next on our shopping list, immigration offices for 200. And then mail bags for 200. Okay. All right, and we need to set up milk. Don't have enough room to work, so let's go back. Which one is that? Yeah. Okay. Okay, track 1, run full. Go to Copenhagen. Use that waypoint. Okay. Track 2, run full. Go to Næstved. Use that waypoint. And track 3, running full. Go to Halmstad, I guess it is. And when you come back, use that waypoint. Okay, they're not ready for milk, but we've got them queued up. Okay. And we should be at 7 out of 8. Yeah, and that milk should make 8. So when the milk rolls in here in Copenhagen, we'll declare this first one a success. Notice it took us much longer to do the first task.
Oh, wow.
But
not bad, partner. The better Copenhagen is supplied,
but
the more
we've got a really
useful
strong,
idiots flock to
we've
the
got
city
strong
to
growth.
find
Look
work.
at this. Look
It's
at
what they
that.
call
Look at that. Beautiful,
rural
beautiful,
exodus
beautiful.
these days.
Next episode we'll come back. We'll get our industry started here and continue to grow, continue to knock off tasks. I think you can guess what's going to go in Næstved. And we'll deal with all that in the next episode. So I hope you enjoyed that. I really enjoyed playing it. I think this is a far superior start. Even though we're much slower on that one task, I think overall this is far superior. These 3 cities are going to grow very nicely. We're set up where we've got the ability to control what we see going in there. You know we can load from each of these the way we want to. We'll have to put up with some waiting, loading for a week kind of things, and some of you will be screaming, this is so incredibly inefficient. I don't care. This works. This will work. This I can understand. This I can monitor and control. So next episode, we'll, as I said, get into those industries and keep growing these 3, and then you'll see what we're going to do next in order to get this thing done. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe, and join us for our next Railway Empire 2 video. Thank you.